Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Monday, August 24th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. We have a lot of very important information to go over. Today's video, we're first going to go over how Mark Meadows spoke on Fox News Sunday and said how a bill passed by the Democrat has nothing to do with voting and the Postal Service at all, but he explains what it really means. Then we're going to get into an interview that he had with ABC News on Sunday as well, and he urged Nancy Pelosi to pass a bill including the 5 or 6 things they already agree on. Moving on, we're going to go over Nancy Pelosi and what she said on CNN's State of the Union and how she blamed President Donald Trump for not passing the second stimulus package and how his failure to pass a second stimulus package actually caused millions of more people to become infected with the virus. And finally, we're going to go over shocking news how Mark Meadows said the White House might again take executive action if no stimulus bill is made soon. If they can't come to an agreement soon, he said there may be more executive actions by President Donald Trump. So make sure to stick around until the end. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel so you could stay up to date on the second stimulus check, second stimulus package, as well as other news updates. It still says that 70% of you watching are not subscribed to my channel. So if you want to stay up to date and get notified when new videos come out, then please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. So, Mark Meadows spoke on Fox News Sunday and said how the bill passed by the Democratic-controlled chamber on Saturday has nothing to do with voting and has everything to do with a political statement. He explained how Republicans and the White House had already offered $10 billion plus reforms for the Postal Service that the Democrats, Chuck Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi have been asking for a long time. And when we offered that, there was another thing that came along with the post office funding, which was that the Postmaster General said he was willing to pay whatever overtime is needed to make sure that the mail was delivered on time in the election. Mark Meadows goes on to say that he hoped the Republican senators would take up the Postal Service bill that was passed on Saturday and amended to actually address many of the things that are hurting Americans right now in terms of the pandemic response and be able to get it back to the president's desk to be signed. So he's saying right now they got a bill passed. Democrats got this $25 billion Postal Service bill passed. He's saying he's hoping the Republicans in the Senate will amend it, make changes, and include direct stimulus measures in it so then maybe both sides can agree on a direct check and get that passed so the president can sign it. However, the legislation approved on Saturday actually provided the additional funds for the USPS and ordered Postmaster General Louis DeJoy not to make any changes that would hinder mail delivery times before the November election. Meadows said President Trump would be willing to sign a bill that includes help for the USPS in a broad virus stimulus package that Meadows has been trying to negotiate with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, but he's not willing to sign it and pass Postal Service funding alone. Mark Meadows goes on to say that my challenge to the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, right now is if we agree on 5 or 6 things, let's go ahead and pass those already. He said, I spoke with the president earlier this morning on Sunday, and he said he's still willing to sign a bill that includes Postal Service reform, making sure that the money is there to ensure that deliveries of first-class mail are handled quickly, efficiently, and on time. How he's still willing to pass this money just has to be with other stimulus measures. Mark Meadows goes on to explain on ABC's program that he tried to meet with Nancy Pelosi on Saturday in her office, but she was in a meeting and he hasn't heard back from her yet. He goes on to say that he will try and make more phone calls to her yesterday on Sunday, and he will reach out to her again today to try and get everyone back to the negotiating table. Next up is talks on the new virus stimulus bill stalled a couple weeks ago because Democrats wanted $3 trillion and Republicans say they didn't want to spend more than $1 trillion. While Mark Meadows is blaming Nancy Pelosi for not wanting to pass a stimulus bill that includes direct stimulus measures and how she only wants to pass money for the post office, Nancy Pelosi actually fired back and she blamed the White House and Mark Meadows as well. She said Sunday on CNN's State of the Union that more than 4 million people have been added to the infection list because we paused negotiations, and over 80,000 people have died because we did not pass a stimulus bill. She goes on to explain that could we have saved all of those lives? No, not all of them, but she says many of these lives could have been saved with additional stimulus measures. In addition to this, she goes on to say that the public is demanding action on this right now, and that President Trump was stalling needed virus relief for cities and children for political gain. She shot back on CNN's State of the Union to Mark Meadows as well, saying that the postal bill addressed an emergency immediately and it is something that should be bipartisan. Mark Meadows had said they should pass a bill that includes bipartisan support in areas on aspects they already agree on. However, Nancy Pelosi says the post office should be an area where they all already agreed on. Right now, most people only care about direct stimulus checks and unemployment benefits, and Nancy Pelosi, she has said that she doesn't want to pass a bill that just includes those. Mark Meadows said the White House might actually take executive actions if no stimulus deal is reached again. He said, listen, we're always looking at options that we can deploy from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and the White House when asked about President Donald Trump issuing more executive orders. He goes on to say, never underestimate the dysfunction of Congress and how long it takes them to get a bill passed, and never underestimate the ability of the president to try to figure out a way to meet the needs of the American people. Mark Meadows didn't make it clear whether Trump would attempt to issue an executive order including a $1,200 direct stimulus payment, but we do know that Trump said earlier this month in a news conference that he would need Congress to authorize such a measure. So even though he wants to pass a $1,200 check, that's not really possible with executive actions. They need Congress's help. So anyways, I'll keep you updated on what happens here, what happens with President Trump and additional executive actions if he goes ahead and tries to pass more if delays keep happening. That is just a quick update on what is going on with the second stimulus check and second stimulus package as of Monday, August 24th. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.